Hey, strange man, we back. One more again. Hey, for those who subscribe to the channel who rock with the movement, you already know I'm not really into a gang of intros and talking for a long time at the beginning, but let me say this. They've been asking me to do this Chip and Bugzy beef for a while, bro, like go over all the videos and all the shits, but I really like to do positive. I don't mind doing that too, though, you hit me? But at the same time, the beef was already over. I don't want to be the reason it's reignited. Just making excuses, bro. We gonna talk about how it started. I give them both one video.
It can be a warning to anyone. Like I said, we'll hear funny things. If it goes just over 60% over the mark of that could be at Chip, and you're in the Premier League, because it goes right down to conference. Let's not get it twisted in this rap thing. I'll be at your neck, rude boy. It's not a game. Ain't nothing changed now that you can book and go by yourself. You coming in there and you doing all this, make sure you're really about all that, innit?
In a grime beef stretching over a year, these two guys have found massive...
Who Chip talking to like that, though? The nigga kind of small, though, to be honest with you.
It can be a warning to anyone. Like I said, we'll hear funny things. If it goes just over 60% over the mark of that could be at Chip, and you're in the Premier League, because it goes right down to conference. Let's not get it twisted in this rap thing. I'll be at your neck, rude boy. It's not a game. Ain't nothing changed now that you can.
That's fire. So what I get from it is just from that little phrases. There's niggas that get on this track and do a whole bunch of subliminals and kind of talking about you, but really not talking about you, but want to pretend they going at you for the fame and all the shit. Listen, if I catch wind that you niggas is talking about, if it goes past, nigga, listen, I'm at you. That's fire. That's fire. I like niggas that don't pick and choose. I'm just that type of nigga.
Can go by yourself. You coming in there and you doing all this, make sure you're really about all that, innit?
In a grime beef stretching over a year, these two guys have found massive success in their careers during this period, and both are still trading shots when the opportunity arises.
Okay.
All the links I mentioned will be in the description, so make sure to check them out. This is Chip vs Bugzy, the story behind the beef.
Talk to me.
So back in January last year, Chip was just returning back to the grime scene after a long absence where he was basically trying to break America. He did a big song with Chris Brown called Champion.
Listen. And you know, listen. There's nothing wrong with that, bro. I get a lot of comments when I put American songs out, like regular songs from my region. Maybe my cousin or somebody say, hey, can you react to my boy and him and all that? Or can you... Yeah, I'm going to do it, bro, because I just love the music in general. But then at the same time, in the comments, there will be niggas that say, hey, man, you done did 3 American songs this month. Nigga, don't keep doing like, why wouldn't I? If there is no American fan base adjacent to this one, then there is no breaking the bridge. There is no cross. It doesn't make sense. You hear me? American reacts to, only the niggas in UK gonna watch it. Only the niggas in UK gonna be up on the niggas in UK music. In order to get it over in America, you gotta have an American fan base as well. So what I'm saying is this, bro. Translate that right back to Chip situation. Why would niggas get mad at him because he's trying to break America? If he was able to kick the door down or get some type of popularity on the other side of the pond, other side of the water, whatever it is niggas call it, he will be able to bring... Come on, bro. I ain't got to explain this to my subscribers. I ain't got the sign.
I've heard people calling
I ain't got the kind you got to explain this.
Bugzy in Relegation Rhythm, and Big Nasty when he roasted him on Uncle Pay.
Look at my boy Fat Nasty.
Go check that out as well.
I like that.
It's about to hit 1 million views, and it's spawned a lot of memes and clips that...
My fault. Hey, I hear you though. And listen, I did a reaction to my boy Fat Nasty too. It's Big Nasty, I know, but I just like the nigga. You hear me? I forgot which one it was. Oh, I forgot. Check it out, Jesus. Check it out. Check it out. Check out. Put Strange Million reacts to Fat Nasty. I mean, Big Nasty. Big. Is it Nasty? Because it got an R in him. Yeah, I mean, check it out, bro. That shit funny. That shit funny.
Chris Brown called Champion, which you may have heard people calling him out on, like Bugzy in Relegation Rhythm, and Big Nasty when he roasted him on Uncle Pain. You should also go check that out as well. It's about to hit 1 million views, and it spawned a lot of memes and clips that I used today in those baiting out videos. But anyway, Chip was on the Charlie Sloth rap show doing a fire in the booth, and this became pretty legendary because he challenged anyone in the UK scene who thinks they're good enough to come at him. So it was a real open invite to anyone. He felt he had to prove he was still a grime kid because many people at the time were really viewing him as a traitor for trying to go pop and going to America. You go,
I'm gonna find. Hey, listen, I'm gonna find it too. I got another comment from one of my niggas, bro, and I don't want you to take this the wrong way because I actually forgot the nigga name. But I got a message from somebody else that said this, bro. They said, hey man, you gonna blow, you gonna surpass, we gonna leave that blank, you can insert whatever name. He used an actual name and I know who he's talking about, you hear me? And he said, bro, also do American music or also do other music so you can get a broader fan base. But once you boom or once you crack what's called gravity or once you make it to the next level, do not forget about the UK scene, because that's what blank did. That's what these other people did. They used the UK scene to get some type of fan base. Then once they boomed, they moved on and never came back. I'm not that type of nigga. You hear me? And my loyalty runs so deep, sometimes I feel uncomfortable doing regular music because niggas gonna complain, and I get messages every day. But when I got that message, I immediately felt like, this a good nigga, bro. Because it makes sense. It makes sense, bro. I can't even explain it to you, but the nigga who left the message, he might not even want to be put out there, like, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm not even sure if I'll put the message up, but the reality of the matter is, he said, bro, develop a fan base, do music over here, over there, wherever you got to do in order to get a stronghold or some type of foothold, or what they call it, a foundation about yourself, right? And then just never forget about us, bro, basically, bro. Like, and I thought that was dope. And I think this applies to both of us in that same... Why don't I got the AC on? Because it be fucking up the audio, bro. It be fucking up the audio.
Out many of his videos from around that time, you'll see there's a lot of dislikes. No one really did take him up on the offer properly.
That's one thing, at least I don't get a lot of dislikes, though.
Stepped up for his first Fire in the Booth. Bugzy was making a lot of noise in Manchester at the time, but UK-wise, he was fairly undiscovered. No one really knew about him that much compared to now. But when he went at Chip, he started to blow.
Okay. Frontline soldier, run this grind team 10 times over. Go tell Chipmunk not to be cheeky. Grime is a road team, my man's hopeless. Go make a pop tune. Fuck your A's and B's. You went from Chip, did he chip to the streets? Oops a daisy, I'm not in your league. Well, I've been on the road playing hide and seek.
So after hearing
Fire.
this, Chip knew what time it was.
Fire. Everybody, I fuck with
Frontline soldier, run this grind team 10 times over. Go tell Chipmunk not to be cheeky.
Nah.
Grime is a road team, my man's hopeless. Go make a pop tune. Fuck your A's and B's. You went from Chip, did he chip to the streets? Oops a daisy, I'm not in your league. Well, I've been on the road playing hide and seek.
So after hearing this, Chip knew what time it was. He got recording and released Pepper Rhythm, where he went at a lot of people in the industry who criticised his Fire in the Booth rant, and he also went at Bugzy. He said, Bugzy, I'm starting with you. Like, go on then, turn into the Devil Man. I grew up on Skeppy, not Devil Man. But wait there, where's Devil Man? Get the picture? Hold the scripture.
See, listen, bro. Let me say this, bro. Listen, out the gate, bro. I feel like this video already biased. I personally feel like... See, I'm a huge fan of Bugzy, right? I fuck with Cut Greedy. Everybody know it's not a secret. Chip, on the other hand, my guy, you hear me? He can do no wrong. I done seen him with the coat on. I done seen him with the all-even haircut. I fucks with Chip's Greedy now, you hear me? On top of that, he messaged me multiple... I'm not gonna lie to you. I swear for God, he messaged me like... with the blue check on there on Instagram, and he said, yeah, I mean, like, I felt immediately, I say, oh, I'm about to show this to my mans and them, but I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to seem like the type of nigga that do this for clout, like, because he's not the first, he's probably not going to be the last. But at the same time, it was recent, and I was extremely impressed, right? But the reason why I say this right here is biased because, nigga, why you just did Bugzy shit and he was spitting his own rhymes, and when it's my man Chip turn, you going to put the bunk-ass words on there and you going to read them like it's a motherfucking essay, like it's a... Come on, Brody. You could have put a small little clip right there with Chip doing his little... What song he said it came from, nigga? That nigga weird for that, bro. He should have...
He said a few other things, but didn't go too heavy on Bugs here. A week passed, and Bugzy dropped Relegation Rhythm, going at Chip for the whole track. One of the most notable verses being, with that shit on the back of his head, he looks like Sonic the Hedgehog from Sega. I thought you were signed to a major. I don't think your label's paid ya. Because I heard you spent your money hiring out Chris Brown for the day, bro.
That's fire.
Now, that Chris Brown thing is something that was drawn out for quite a lot, but go listen to it.
Fired.
It is actually a big tune in my opinion. I'm sure you may like it.
I don't react to both of them songs.
With one of his most underrated diss tracks, The End, where the beat was hard and he wasn't super direct with this one, which is why it may have slightly flown under the radar compared to the others, but it was also one of the best. Chip felt he basically put Bugzy on and was responsible for giving him his career. So he used to rock the taper and he just gave it up? Whilst I don't completely agree with that, it's hard to deny he didn't get a lot of the popularity he's enjoying now from dissing Chip. Bugzy replied a couple of days later with The Revival.
He said he did or he didn't. He said he did or he didn't.
Compared to the others, but it was also one of the best. Chip felt he basically put Bugzy on and was responsible for giving him his career.
I would agree.
Whilst I don't completely...
I would agree to some degree. You feel me? I wouldn't say... Let me say this, bro. dissing you got eyes put on him, but his talent got him the fan base. Let's say that. Because I feel like that would be a righteous statement to make. If he didn't diss you, a lot of eyes, or he maybe would have had to take the stairs, which means the long route. You hear me? But at the same time, dissing you because he really may have felt whatever he felt, or it could have been a strategic play, either or. All it did was get eyes on him. So to some degree, it did help. But what got him his popularity was his actual skill set. That's how I would digest it. I would take it like, because anybody can diss you right now. That don't mean they're gonna be a Bugzy tomorrow. Unless they embody that exact. Yeah, I mean.
That it's hard to deny he didn't get a lot of the popularity he's enjoying now from dissing Chip. Bugzy replied a couple of days later with The Revival. This track was a little more low-key. He didn't go quite as direct and aggressive on this one, but he went for a more melodic and personal tone, talking about his own growth, how happy he was to be, in the limelight, essentially. But also throwing some shots towards Chip. And after this came the most memorable part of the beat.
I feel like that's just petty, like, you know what I mean? Like 50 Cent type shit. Like, you get big and Young Buck say something, even though Young Buck ain't big enough for a star, he'll say shit like, hey bro, don't you still, like, yeah, I mean, he's just a petty nigga, bro. And I'm not saying that that Bugzy is a petty nigga, but I feel like, nigga, we was beefing, I ain't beefing with you no more, but you still ain't my homie, so every now and again, I might just shit on a nigga. Like, ain't nothing wrong with it. It's just what niggas do. Fuck it.
A lot of people believe Finished It and made Chip the winner, because he dropped 3 songs back to back. Light Work, back to back. Run Out Rhythm, and Hat Trick. Remember, all these links will be in the description, so you can go and check them out. Bugzy didn't reply for 3 weeks after this.
Nah.
It all seemed like it could have been over. It seemed like it was over.
Okay.
Until Chip decided to go for the jugular.
Again.
He pretty much swayed most public opinion when he dropped 96 bars of revenge, but then also followed that up, appearing on Westwood, shelling down on Bugzy. Bugzy eventually replied with Wasteman, which drew a lot of praise. Chip then built up a lot of hype around the release of his next track, Dickhead, but then Bugzy hit back instantly with Zombie Ridden. But there was a lot of people disappointed with this track, because although it had a lot of good bars and a nice hook, it was pre-recorded and didn't have any direct flips on any of Chip's bars. So kind of similar to the Youngin situation too. It's interesting people decide to pre-record against Chip. But anyway, Chip has to score extra points here again, because he responded to Zombie
You know what it is, bro? Because, I seen that little petrol gas station, I reacted to that too. Make sure you check it out. But I think that may have something to do with it. The fact that he can create and come up with songs so fast, this pre-recording shit was like a strategic angle. Like, nigga, we know what we getting into. This nigga goes bananas, so let's get some shit in the arsenal right now. And then we gon', because if he dropped back to back, it was supposed to be 3 backs, because he said 3 songs in a row. It wasn't supposed to be just back to, tomatoes, whatever it go. Listen, the fact of the matter is they see what he can do in a short amount of time, and there's not everybody who can do that with the same quality of music or the same output, you hear me? So let's just prepare for this, man. Me and my niggas, listen, we finna beef with the nigga Chip. He said if anybody speak to him, he going on it, so we know what we in for. Let's get a couple songs together, man. This nigga finna drop some shit. Let's get a couple songs right now. I'm finna go to this Charlie Sloth, this fire in the booth. When I get up there, I'm on him. And once it started, we taking off from, like, you feel me? They probably had a whole plan, you never know. Chip just wasn't going for it. They just didn't know Chip was finna, nigga, what?
Hey, and sent Duffy
song after song after song.
And then a week later, if it wasn't already enough,
that's fire.
He dropped another diss track called Alone. Chip was clearly very eager to show off his ability in this beat.
Yeah, he was, because he knew he got it.
Recorded Zombie Killer tune, Bugzy's approach was a lot more slow and measured. That was it for the most part. Since then, they've been trading small shots here and there.
Yeah,
the biggest and most recent one being in Bugzy's second Fire in the Booth. These two have been squaring off for quite some time. It's going to be interesting to see where it goes.
I like it, a little friendly.
Is there going to be any further diss tracks? I don't know, but sure.
I don't know. Listen, I like it, bro. I like a little friendly beef, bro. Nothing too major. He didn't do the little Stormzy come to your house shit. Like, it never got to physical. Nobody clash, and now they cool. So I feel like it did what it was supposed to do, bro. It ignited a fire, a fan base. They both gained some type of popularity from it. At the end of the road, they went ahead and collabed and said, ha ha ha, we did it. Nigga, you was dope. You survived on your own. I was dope. I survived on my own. Now let's take it to another. That's fire, bro. That's how it's supposed to have. It's called a friendly fade. That's what they call it where I live at. It's called a friendly fade. Me and the homie getting a disagreement. I love him with all my soul, but we can go in the back and squabble real fast, nigga. We can go in the back and squabble real quick, and we still be cool tomorrow. You feel me? Me and my homies don't really do that, but it's no. I love my homie so much, boy, get to the point to where niggas really want to fight and all this shit. I let shit slide with my mans that I would never let slide with a nigga that's not this nigga. Like, you hear me? Like, nigga, I'm not about to play with no nigga or no respect level, you hear me? But dope. The fact that they went fire, the whole chronological events, whatever it's called, that shit fire, in order. Diss me, I diss you back, we diss, we both booming, you know what I mean? We trying to break, that's fire strategic, both of them, both camps, bro, like, accidentally made a perfect concoction, bro, like, nothing negative to say, man. Hey, listen, make sure you like the, I'm gonna do one of both of them. Let me tell you who I'm gonna do first, bro. I'm gonna flip a coin. I didn't even say which one was which. Fuck it. Hey, like the video, subscribe to the channel. You gotta request catch me on Instagram, bro. It's T__FLY. Hey, listen, I'm gonna be over there waiting for you too. Yeah?
Man, it don't cost no money to salute a nigga to say, damn, my nigga, your shit hot, nigga. It don't cost no money, nigga. You niggas like y'all got to pay to give a nigga love.